I'm here today to talk about my dad. And before I begin, I just want to say this video is not meant to be viewed by my dad for now. And as you may already know, my dad was diagnosed with non-alcoholic steatohepatitis a couple years ago, and that has now progressed into late-stage cirrhosis. He needs a liver donation. He is no longer eligible to receive a donation from an organ donor or a cadaver, um, a deceased person who donates their organs anymore. But he is eligible to receive a donation from a live liver donor. And I was going to be this donor until I started to go through the process, and I found out that my liver enzymes were I found out that because my liver enzymes have been slightly elevated in the past, that I was not eligible. Um, and it was a little frustrating because when I told my primary care physician that I was thinking about going through this and I started going through that process, he said, "Oh, it's a good idea for you to try that." And he didn't say, "Oh, no, don't do it. Your liver enzymes have been too elevated." So, it was. I didn't think I was going to get rejected, but I was. And this is just where we are. But if you are from ages 18 to 60 and you are in good health, this is something that you might be able to do. There is no financial cost to the donor. The insurance of the recipient takes care of everything in a live liver donation. In the past 20 years or so, live liver donation has become pretty common, especially at the hospital where my dad is being treated, the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. They've been involved in liver transplants for a very long time, and actually the first doctor who ever performed a liver transplant in 1963 later went on to work at this hospital and teach at the university there. And there's a wing of the hospital named after him. And the reason why I say that is just to let you know, if this is something that you think you might want to do, that they do this procedure there all the time. And like 15 or 20 years ago, it was like on the cutting edge of new, so to speak, of um, of surgery. But now it's very common, and they do it here all the time, and they're very good at it. So what happens is they take a portion of your liver, which will grow back since it's your liver, and they transfer it to the recipient. Your blood type, in terms of matching the recipient, does not actually matter. I wasn't a match for my father, but they were going to do what's called a donor swap, which is exactly what it sounds like. I would give to a different recipient, and someone else, a different donor, would give to my dad, and they do the surgery at the same time. And after surgery, the donor's liver grows back over a period of about 3 months, and you just have a scar from the surgery, but you're back to normal after about 3 months. The first 2 weeks or so after the surgery is not a picnic. Exactly. The donor spends about 6 days, 6 or 7 days in the ICU, not because your life is in danger, but there's actually a specific ICU for organ donors, so they can get all live organ donors, so they can get all the attention that they need, so there are no complications um, during that week. And after that week, you have to still stay in the Pittsburgh area under close supervision of anyone. You need to have someone there with you for about 10 days. And when you decide to go through this process, they will ask you, do you have someone lined up to take care of you during this 10-day period? And you do. Me. I will take care of you. I will be happy to do it. So So they will ask you this question, and and you can give them my name, and you should give them my name. So the catch to all of this, if you decide that this is something that you want to do, you pretty much need to start the process right now. Unfortunately, that's the position that we're in. It's just that's just the way it is right now. It's not ideal. Um, in order to begin in order to even begin to consider whether you want to do it or not, in order to even begin to talk to someone, you actually have to register as a live donor. Registering as a live donor is not a commitment to donating. Um, all you do is you agree to talk to someone, and they'll ask you some questions about yourself, and then a nurse from that department will call you, and they'll talk to you a little bit more, which is what I did. And that's actually when I found out that I was not eligible, unfortunately. But yeah, so there will be a link in the description to this page. It's Living Donor Reg, REG, .upmc.com. If you just Google UPMC Living Donor Registration, it'll come right up. But there will also be a link in the description. What else? I guess that's it. Thank you.